The true story of Thabo Bester, South Africa's most notorious escape artist. Thabo Bester, once dubbed the Facebook rapist, has become one of South Africa's most talked about criminals, not just because of his violent crimes, but because of an audacious prison escape that stunned the nation and exposed deep corruption in the justice system. Thabo Bester was born on June 13, 1986, in Johannesburg, South Africa. His childhood remains largely undocumented, and for years he had no birth certificate or national ID, a detail that would later complicate legal processes. From a young age, Bester began committing fraud, impersonating wealthy individuals, and tricking people out of money. But his crimes soon turned far more sinister. By his mid-20s, Bester was targeting women through fake social media profiles, posing as a successful businessman or modeling agent. He lured victims into meetings, where he raped, robbed, and sometimes assaulted them. This earned him the name the Facebook rapist from the media. In 2012, he was convicted for the rape and murder of his girlfriend Nandipha Tiholu and sentenced to life imprisonment. He was sent to Mangaung Correctional Center, a private prison in Bloemfontein managed by G4S, a global security company. Instead of fading into obscurity behind bars, Bester found ways to manipulate the system. Incredibly, while in prison, he started a fake media company, 21st Century Media, claiming it was affiliated with the global giant 21st Century Fox. He managed to host events and fool dozens of people into thinking he was a business mogul. He even organized a glamorous women in media event while locked up, using pre-recorded videos of himself to make appearances. Investigators would later discover that Bester had access to a laptop, internet, and phones, and may have been living in relative comfort within the prison. On May 3, 2022, Bester was declared dead after a fire broke out in his prison cell. Authorities claimed he had committed suicide by setting himself alight. A charred body was found, and the story appeared to end there. But things didn't add up. Months later, DNA tests revealed that the burned body was not Bester's. It belonged to a man named Thabo Bester, who had gone missing. The cause of death? Blunt force trauma to the head before the fire, meaning he had been murdered and placed in the cell to fake Bester's death. Investigations revealed that Bester had escaped the prison, wearing a G4S uniform, and walked out with the help of corrupt prison officials and bribed security staff. After his escape, Bester reunited with Dr. Nandipha, a well-known celebrity doctor and former beauty queen. The two lived lavishly in Hyde Park, Johannesburg, renting mansions and driving luxury cars. They operated under fake names, including TK Nkwana, and launched a fake construction company called Aram Properties, scamming people out of large deposits for homes that didn't exist. But eventually, investigative journalists at Ground Up exposed their lies. They published photos of Bester shopping at Woolworths and moving around the city, clearly alive. The escape and fraud were exposed to the world, sparking national outrage. In April 2023, a joint operation between South African police and Interpol tracked Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha to Arusha, Tanzania, near the Kenyan border. They were arrested while trying to flee the country using fake passports and were quickly deported back to South Africa. Their arrest was broadcast live, with both appearing in handcuffs and flak jackets under tight police guard. Bester now faces multiple new charges, including escape from lawful custody, fraud, murder of Thabo Bester, a violation of parole, and other crimes linked to his fraudulent businesses. Dr. Nandipha also faces charges of harboring a fugitive, defeating the ends of justice, of violating multiple health and ID regulations. Investigations into the G4S prison exposed a network of corruption, with officials accused of accepting bribes to help Bester escape. The South African government is now under pressure to end private prison contracts and reform the correctional system. The case has sparked documentaries, books, and global news coverage. Notably, tracking Thabo Bester on Showmax, Al Jazeera's Prison Break true crime special, dozens of in-depth features in national media. As of 2025, Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha are awaiting trial, which is set for September 2025. The case remains one of the biggest scandals in South African criminal history. Thabo Bester's story is not just about crime. It's about power, manipulation, corruption, and how one man exposed the flaws in South Africa's justice system. A killer who escaped justice, a system that failed to stop him, and a nation still demanding answers.